Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are having some eventful events happening today, and it looks like someone is hiding something in AMC stock. I want to be the first to bring you guys this information because what we are seeing is quite alarming. Share this with someone. Share this with everyone you know. So, I'm not going to waste your time with a long intro. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. I first want to start with what's happening in the markets today because I think for anyone that is an investor or trader needs to hear this information first things first as soon as possible. So what's essentially happening today is the data came out really good, like really, really good, especially the ADP employment change. This is what is affecting the markets today. The ADP employment change for the month of June was expected to come in at 228,000 job ads. You added 497,000 jobs. That is bad news for the Fed, bad news for trying to tighten the labor market. But interestingly enough, the JOLTS job openings, which totals the amount of job openings, this is delayed. So the JOLTS job openings is for May. The ADP employment change is for June. So it's a little bit behind. The JOLTS job openings came in at 9.8 million. You were expecting about 9.9 million. So you contracted about 500,000 jobs or job openings from April to May. This is positive. But the ISM Services PMI came in at 53.9. You were expecting a reading closer to 50. So services, strong. Bunch of jobs being added, much more than expectations. And job openings falling slightly. All in all, a negative for what the Fed needs to do to cool down the labor market. We were hoping for a bigger decline in the JOLTS job openings and for the ADP employment change to definitely not come in double expectations. This is what is causing markets to fall. This caused European stocks to close down 2.4%. Keep in mind, this ADP employment change came out at 8:15 in the morning. So about halfway through European trading. And this caused European stocks to fall almost 2.5%. Very big reaction that we are seeing from this data. Now, we're going to have some bigger economic data coming tomorrow, and I do want to go over that as well. But what this is really doing is look at the 2-year bond yields. Dude, they're insane. Now at 5.4%. They are up about 10 basis points today. This is the highest you have seen on the 2-year bond yield in this whole cycle. This is a 5-year chart, and you're breaking out to new highs right now. All-time highs, or really highs, the last time we've seen this was in April of 2006. It's been a very long time, right? So this is negative. The 10-year treasury breaking out to almost new highs of this cycle as well, up about 12 basis points today, sitting at 4.06%. This is a bigger negative because the 10-year treasury really dictates your mortgage rates. It dictates your auto rates, your loan rates, right? Think about it. If you are a lender, if you have a bunch of money and you want to lend it out to get a return on your chunk of money, well, if a treasury bond for 10 years out is paying you over 4% and it's deemed as risk-free, what are you going to loan me money for that I could just never pay you back? It's a lot riskier, right? You're going to loan that money out for 8%, 10%, maybe 6 or 7% if you're feeling generous. That's a problem, right? That does cramp down on the economy, which is doing part of the tightening job for the Fed. But you are seeing almost half of a rate hike worth of tightening here today. So overall, bad for the prospects of a soft landing is kind of what you're getting from this, and potentially higher for longer as far as inflation. Now, the big data coming out tomorrow morning is going to be the non-farm payrolls for the month of June. If that's anything like the ADP report, yeah, you're coming in much higher than expectations. Expectation currently is 225,000 job ads. Last month, you added 339,000 job ads. I mean, we almost expect this number to come in super high this time around because of the ADP employment change. But we'll see. I mean, there's a chance that it doesn't come in as strong as the ADP report. But anything higher than about 250,000 is probably not going to be a huge positive, right? If you come in 300, 400, 500,000 job ads, probably going to be another red day like you are seeing today in the markets. Now, the unemployment rate is expected to fall back down to 3.6%. Last time around, the employment rate rose from 3.4% to 3.7%, even though you beat on the non-farm payrolls report. So it's possible that the unemployment rate actually does go up, and you do get another beat to the non-farm payrolls. This is going to be the big data to watch coming tomorrow, and I expect to get another big move in the markets. Now, with AMC stock specifically, the stock is only down about 0.25%. You've really just traded sideways for a very long time. You haven't really broken out to a new low in a long time. You definitely haven't broken out to a new high in a long time. And I think even like what you're seeing today, if you take a look at CNBC, I mean, the Russell 2000 is down 2.2%. The NASDAQ is down 1.17%. The S&P is down 1%. And the Dow is down 1.36%. Why is AMC only down 0.25%? That don't make sense, right? So why is that happening? Well, I think it's safe to say the downside has been priced in with this court proceeding. As B. Riley Securities said yesterday, this is likely to be a positive outcome for AMC stock. Maybe the markets are starting to look forward to that. That's what I would guess. Now, someone's hiding something. This looks very clear, especially today. And I'm saying this because of the option orders that we are seeing. We have seen a bunch of trades being placed today. No shocker here. They're mostly puts. But look at the expiration for these three trades. They expire tomorrow. Literally tomorrow. They're $9 puts. One of these trades is $9.5 million. Another trade is about $2 million. And this final trade is about $3 million. So why are they making these huge trades expiring in one day? With, I mean, millions and millions of dollars. Well, potentially to hide something. If you go out and, buy puts, you can report that your short position has been covered. Now, what's interesting about this is we should be getting the next release of the short interest data coming here shortly as well. Shouldn't be too long, couple weeks here. Now, these reports are taken at multiple different times, right, throughout the month. So potentially they're trying to hide some short positions here. That's the only logical thing I can make, or they're really expecting just some big downside coming tomorrow, which is a wild bet to make. These are really standout orders, especially this $9.5 million trade. You're not even seeing this on big tech names. Like, this is a massive trade. So it looks like someone is hiding something, potentially trying to hide. If we take a look, AMC is on the threshold securities list. Maybe they're using these trades to report that they have delivered on their failure to deliver positions. That's possible as well. There's no way to know. I'm merely speculating here based off of the orders that we are seeing. Very abnormal activity. Now, if this is truly just a big bearish bet, multiple big bearish bets for tomorrow, that would be very bullish. Because usually when you take big bets like that and everyone is taking big bearish bets, that tends to be a bullish thing for the stock. Stock's only down a quarter when the Russell 2000 is down over 2%. Would look to be a bullish thing. So keep that in mind. I want to monitor the situation, see if we see more big orders coming online. But as of right now, it kind of looks like someone's hiding something. Now, if we take a look at some of the cost to borrow fees today, cost to borrow average from Interactive Brokers currently is 855% with 5,000 shares that are currently available to be lent out. So some massive cost to borrow numbers we're seeing here. Cost to borrow average from Interactive Ortex is 972%. Cost to borrow max at 1,060%. And cost to borrow minimum, sitting at about 881%. So some huge cost to borrow fees that we're seeing. Maybe that does have something to do with the big option trades that we are seeing as well. Now, we're not getting a positive order value as of right now, but the put to call ratio is 1.63. That means there's almost triple the amount of puts versus calls. And the volume, at least for today, 96% puts with hedge funds and institutions at least. So you're definitely getting some negative positioning, which again is positive, considering usually if there's a lot of negative positioning, the stock doesn't tend to move in the direction the majority of people are betting on. You guys should know that full well. If everyone was betting for a rally, stock usually falls. When people are betting for a fall, the stock usually rallies. That's just how things tend to be. Now, if you missed it, B. Riley Securities yesterday reiterated their neutral recommendation on AMC stock, but reiterated their 450 price target, which is the same as what it has been. Good sign that they didn't lower their price target. And again, B. Riley Securities expects this court proceeding to be a positive for AMC stock after all. Now, AMC stock now down 0.71%. Markets are trying to recover here a bit. We're going to have to see what the economic data is like coming tomorrow. But really for AMC stock, I do think you could be in for a stronger day tomorrow, a larger potential move to the upside. Although I'm not expecting anything too crazy. 450, 460 is kind of what I would expect in that range, because obviously we didn't get any news around the courts this week. We weren't expecting that. Morgan, the judge, said don't expect anything this week. But next week is where things could get quite volatile. Next week is where we could get a decision from the courts. And based on that, markets, like I've been saying for a while now, they're going to look ahead to say, hey, yeah, we have this dilution coming, sure, but AMC is going to raise billions and billions of dollars of capital. That's going to be a positive thing. Jeez, for the company, that's going to be a positive development, and I mean would mean if AMC can even get back to a neutral kind of level where they're not losing money. Maybe they're not making money, but they're not losing money anymore. AMC is going to have more than 1 to 3x its market cap in cash in the bank, and hopefully pay off a lot of debt as well. So based on that equation, the stock should go higher. We'll see what ultimately happens. As of right now, that is what I have for you guys. There's really not anything else that is happening in the day. Obviously, we're coming off of that bad service PMI out of China yesterday. Still digestion on that front. People looking forward to the next data that comes out tomorrow, as well as starting to position for earnings. This earnings season is going to be crazy. I hope you guys are ready for it. If you guys want to come trade with me live in real time every time I make a trade, link down below in the description of this video to join the trading community. If you guys have not gotten yourself some free stock with Webull, if you haven't signed up so far, link down below in the description of this video. Sign up, deposit $1, get yourself 15 free stocks. It's free. It's almost free 99, to get yourself some free money. So take advantage of that. Throw a couple free stocks my way. Help support the channel. All of that good jazz. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.